How do you test an async function in Node.js? Most developers fail async tests because they forget to wait for the promise to resolve. Let's fix that. The modern approach is using async await with test frameworks like Jest or Mocha. Simply mark your test function as async, then use await before calling your async function. The test framework automatically waits for the promise to complete before finishing the test. This is clean, readable, and handles the async flow naturally. You can then use normal assertions on the resolve value. Before async await, there were two patterns. First, returning the promise directly from your test. The framework sees the promise and waits for it. Second, using the done callback. You call done when your async operation completes. This pattern is older, but still works. Most developers prefer async await today because it's simpler and less error-prone. Error handling is critical for async tests. With async await, wrap your code in a try-catch block. Catch the error and assert on it. Or use expect to throw if your framework supports it. If you forget error handling, a rejected promise might cause a false positive test. Always test both the happy path and error cases. Real async code depends on external services. Mock them using tools like Jest mocks, sign on or knock. Mock timers for set timeout and set interval. Mock API calls to avoid hitting real endpoints. Mock database queries to keep tests fast and isolated. Mocking gives you control and speed. Finally, set appropriate timeouts. The default is often 5 seconds. If your async operation takes longer, increase the timeout using the framework's timeout configuration. This prevents false failures on slower operations. Test async functions with async await in your test framework. Handle errors properly, and mock external dependencies. Practice this on Interview Mentor to master async testing. Want to get better at answering questions like this? With Interview Mentor, you practice real interview questions out loud. You get personalized feedback and a grade on every answer, and you can track your improvement over time.